This nation went through catastrophes and wars and devastating natural disasters, etc. But I think the central message of human security is very close to the message of peace. So I think this is why the Japanese people generally quite willingly accepted the human security ideas. In the post-war period, I think the Japanese diplomacy used and have three tendencies, three characteristics. The first is, I think, it's about the respect for the United Nations, and the human security is actually from the UN system. And the second aspect is the post-war Japan wanted to give support to Asian development, the development and ownership of the Asian nations, as partly because of the remorse for the atrocities committed during the Second World War. And the third is the Japanese diplomacy in the post-war period was sought to some establish, maintain the ties with the liberal democratic nations. So the human security was advocated exactly after the end, demise of the Cold War. So the Madame Ogata took the presidency of JICA. The JICA tried to accommodate the human security ideas in the everyday practice of the JICA. So they established the research project on human security and poverty reduction, so to accommodate the human security idea. And then 2005, the JICA adopted seven perspectives on human security. And then 2008, the Madame Ogata herself established a JICA Research Institute. The institute launched is a project preventing violent conflict in Africa. So the research outcome was released in 2013. And then 2018, we have published co-edited books on human security in East Asia. Okay. And eventually, 2020, we also translated SDGs, and Japan is a human security concept applied to Japanese local conditions. So and then just last year, we have started to publish the Human Security Today. So this is a periodical on human security. So this is also quite a path-breaking. But this demonstrates the persistent commitment of JICA to the concept of human security. If maybe we think about the some kind of the typical, some characteristics of human security related projects, I think there can be three elements. So the first is risk sensitiveness. So we face a lot of compounded, complex and cascading crises and threats. So the human security oriented projects try to address those risks with people. So the resilience to the threats, this is quite emphasized in human security related projects. And the second is, I think, is a multi-stakeholderness. So the human security projects should be advanced in collaboration with a lot of different stakeholders, not just government agencies, but also the people themselves, and also the quite thick layers of the intermediary organizations. This can be the private sector, it can be municipalities, can be civil society organizations, or can be university institutions, or even families or religious organizations. So all these different stakeholders come together and coordinate their activities. And the third aspect can be I think the people-centeredness. So human security effectively supplements national security, but these two security are different. So the human security is people-centered, And okay, so no one left behind. So this emphasized the dignity dimension, and always try to collaborate with people, and the project design should be participatory. So maybe I think when we combine these three aspects, I think we can see, typically human security-like projects. So I think we should design the future development project in this way, and also try to draw lessons from the past projects, which have something to do with those three aspects. So if we take example of the COVID pandemic, we should protect vulnerable people, against the risk of the pandemic, such as COVID. So those people are vulnerable. This can be the elderlies, can be the people with sickness, and also essential workers. And those people should be effectively and securely protected. But at the same time, we should try to secure some kind of the options. So, and the reasoned choices should be enjoyed by all these people, because the vulnerable people, they should not be the passive victims, but their own agency and dignity should be respected. The agency matters, empowerment matters, and at the same time, in the process of the not just countering pandemic, but also the recovery period, and also the prevention period, so the people's agency should be all the more, respected. If we talk about just, economic policy or governance issues, and there are many specialists and also schools, academic associations outside this institute. But talking about human security, I think this Ogata Institute can be the hub of all academic endeavors. So we have responsibility to organize research projects and taking initiative, and also inviting scholars from outside JICA. Human security is universal, but the substance of the human security concept should be more adapted to the local traditional value system. So this is important to make this concept really owned by the countries in the global south. It's not simply imposed from the outside, not just imposed from the UN system, but I hope all nations, especially in the south, feel they own the concept of human security.